Today we're going to replace a dead battery in a 2005 Jeep Liberty. And if I can do it, you can too. So first we're going to remove the terminal screws. There's one on the negative which has the green felt protector here, and the positive is on the red, has got the red felt. But to remove the terminals, we need a 10 millimeter socket. This is an aftermarket socket that I put on because I had a bad cable. This uses a 11 millimeter. And once we get these removed, then we'll remove a 10 millimeter bolt that's holding the battery in. I'll show that in a second. So if you can look down here, there is a bolt. It's a bolt right here, so I can get my finger on it. It's a bolt right there. That's takes a 10 millimeter socket that holds the battery, and that'll be the third bolt that we loosen to take the battery out. We have to remember, when removing a car battery, you want to make sure you turn your key off, but also you take the negative terminal off first. So I'll use my 10 millimeter wrench, and we will remove that. So we have the negative removed. Now we're going to remove the positive. And I apologize, I don't have my Craftsman wrenches with me right yet. And that is removing the positive. So let me go get my socket. So I do have my, if you don't see it, my Craftsman sockets. I have a Craftsman socket and a socket wrench. These extensions are not Craftsman, but they will do. When I pull the socket out, it's got this little spacer that clamps over the part of the battery. So now I've removed the bolt along with this little clamp. So that goes down over the little lip on the side of the battery. And I'll go run to the auto parts store and pick up a new battery. Now that the battery's out, I went ahead and cleaned the battery box. And if you look here, you'll see that's where the bolt goes with the little bracket that holds in the battery. It uses a 10 millimeter socket. And then I'll try and show you over here. I don't know if we can see it. Let me see if I can get a light on it. That may be a little bit better, but if you look at the battery box right here, there's a little lip. And so the battery just kind of slides underneath that lip, and that secures the front of the battery. And then the battery bracket that bolts in back here secures the back of the battery. And the sun's coming out now, but you can, here's a picture of the battery bracket in place. And it has little arrows here that point towards the battery with telling you which way to have the bracket. So you want the arrows pointing towards the battery. That secures the battery and the battery box. So now we'll slip the battery in, and it kind of goes in at an angle like this, slides underneath that lip, and you pop it back. Then we want to go ahead and install the bracket. And I don't know if this thing will focus or not, but this is the bracket, and we want the arrows to point towards the battery. So we will And I know I always joke about my Craftsman tools, but I'm using a Craftsman ratchet wrench and a Craftsman 10mm socket. And first we'll tighten it up by hand, get it started, and then we'll use a wrench so the battery is good and secure. And I always put a little bit of lithium grease on the terminal. It conducts electricity, but it helps keep the any type of corrosion from building up. That's been my experience anyway. And they sell kits with the lubricant and these little terminal saver pads when you purchase a new battery. And next we'll attach the positive lead first. And you can tell this particular one, this has a red cable. This is an aftermarket terminal clamp. So let me pop this down a little bit. And this particular clamp uses a 11mm wrench to tighten it up. That's good and secure. And now we'll connect the negative terminal. Then I'll use a 10mm wrench to tighten it up. It helps if you use the right wrench. And it is good to go. I think the installation went really well. You can see it's very neat. We have our terminal protectors on. Everything nice and secure. Very neat. I think that was a very successful project. Today we replaced a dead battery in a 2005 Jeep Liberty using just a couple tools. And if I can do it, you can too. And I hope something good happens to you today. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.